The Devils pick really the prize free agent
I
out
only
there.
sing.
Yeah, I'll do the dancing, you do the singing. We know he loves to sing when we're live on the air. Fans, you know that too. But Dougie Hamilton, a huge signing. Obviously, as Shannon said, the Devils fans have to be so excited right now, as today we saw a real commitment to getting better. And you're looking at some of the moves made today and also in the last couple of days, including some of those RFAs who got qualifying offers.
General Manager Tom Fitzgerald said he wanted to improve the back end, and he certainly has done that, not only with Ryan Graves earlier in a trade with Colorado, but he lands the prize free agent, a legitimate number one bona fide defenseman that should have the Devils fans excited, obviously. He's going to play 25 minutes a night, can kill penalties, he can produce offense from the back end. And Fitzgerald said he wanted to get bigger, and he got bigger back there as well. So thus far, good news for the New Jersey Devils fans.
Yeah, he made no secret about that, wanting to be a tougher team to play against. And when you look at Yaros, Graves, and Hamilton, all of them 6'3" or above. Graves 6'5", Hamilton 6'6", 230. So they're definitely getting a big boy, and we're excited for that. Really just, obviously, you saw the rumors coming out days ago. And then even this morning, Devils fans had to wait a long time for it really to be solidified and announced by the team. But it is a very big deal. He's here for the long haul, and he's making $9 million a year. Just how much of an immediate impact will he make for this Devils blue line?
He should make a huge impact. Obviously, they haven't had a defenseman of this stature in a long time. He changes the whole complexion for the Devils on the back end. Now these guys can slot in a little bit better here, Erika, as far as minutes played and everything else. So Dougie Hamilton's the type of player Devils need as far as a guy that can keep plays alive in his own zone. He has a terrific shot as well. He can really rip the puck, and that's something you covet on the power play, on the back end. He will bring that. He jumps into play as well. They also added Jonathan Bernier, you mentioned the veteran goaltender they wanted. So this is something that the Devils haven't done. They haven't made a big splash in a long time. Timing is everything for me. And also I'll add what it shows the young players, the young core, the good young nucleus and prospects they have in this organization, that we're willing to fast-track this a little bit. We're willing to insulate you guys with some veteran core pieces, especially on the back end. You have to build from the back end out, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And they certainly needed help there, and they've added a real good one in Dougie Hamilton.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Obviously, you got that young talent, especially up front, and you got one in net and Mackenzie Blackwood, but you need to insulate, as you say, add some of those veterans, and they're getting that veteran tandem in net, because that it was the other big signing, the first signing of the day in free agency for the New Jersey Devils, getting Jonathan Bernier, and obviously he spoke to the media earlier. We're hoping to hear from him tonight, but he really said, I'm here to push, make Mackenzie Blackwood better. He knows how much this organization loves him, but he also says, I'm not just going to move over and give him the net, Dano.
Well, absolutely not. He had a real good year with the Detroit Red Wings. He's a veteran goaltender that he's going to come in and expect to win hockey games for the Devils. And this is a time where you need a veteran guy that can really help a Mackenzie Blackwood mature as well. But obviously that healthy competition in net is a factor in the signing of Jonathan Bernier. You want to push Blackwood. He's got to get better. He's got to get more consistent on a nightly basis. We know he's the future goaltender for the Devils, but Bernier is going to come in and he'll get plenty of games, certainly. He's a guy that, again, behind a defense in Detroit, that a team that didn't have a lot of success on many nights, he stood in his head. So I think it's a real good, solid signing for Tom Fitzgerald and his Devils squad. And again, yeah, you got to have that attitude. He's going to push Mackenzie Blackwood, and they'll go with the guy that's going to win you games. And I think you need a good tandem, and the Devils are hoping Bernier adds that aspect here, as far as last year, where it was kind of uncertainty on who was going to play, who was not going to play, bring in this guy, that guy. But now they think they've solidified that 1A type goaltender.
Yeah, that is exactly it. And we are so pleased to have Jonathan Bernier live with us. Congratulations, Jonathan, and thanks for spending some time with us.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So welcome to New Jersey. I know it's been a busy day for you. Just how has it been? Of course, you know, inking your new deal, 2-year deal at that, 4.125 AAV. Just what's the day been like for you overall?
I've been there, but obviously it's always a crazy day, and you know, especially I feel like as you get older, you have kids and things like that, so you got a lot on your minds with school, and especially having the the COVID year, free agency was much later, so I got to get the ball rolling now.
Hey, Jonathan, welcome to New Jersey. And first off, I just want to know the process you went through being an unrestricted free agent, and you signed day one of free agency when it opened with the Devils, and what was part of your decision. Besides money, we know that's all part of it. It's a business, but what was your decision as far as signing with the Devils?
To be honest, I got to give a big credit to Marty Brodeur. Had a long conversation with him, and all the things he said was right. And to me, it was obviously a hockey decision, but at the same time, I have a family, and it just seemed to me to be the best fit in all the teams that were interested. I believe that this team is not that far off to make that little jump that they need to get into a playoff push. At least getting to that push where you're towards the end and you got to win some big games, and then you just never know. But I really do believe that they've made some stride in the last year and even this year with Dougie now, and I think they're really heading in the right direction.
So what do you think you can bring as well to Mackenzie Blackwood, a young goaltender? And look, you push each other. That's an important element, obviously, as far as for playing time in games. And you need two good goaltenders in this league. Everybody knows, in my opinion, as well. But how can you help? Being a veteran guy, you've been around the league a long time. How can you help Mackenzie Blackwood grow as well?
Well, to be honest, I'll just be myself. I'm assuming they signed me to just be me. And, you don't get to 12 or whatever, 13 years in the league for, not working hard and having great habits and being a good teammate and all these things that a team wants. So for me, I'm just going to be me and work hard in practice like I do every day. And I'm not going there to not play. I want to play as many games as possible. So if I do that, I know I'm pushing him and he's going to do the same. So he'll push me. So it's just a really healthy competition. And at the same time, we're just getting the team overall better.
I know you talk about the love for the game that you have, and you're talking about that healthy competition, but when you're going up against a young netminder who's really trying to establish himself in the NHL and in the game overall, just how much does that, rejuvenate things for you and get you to push even harder?
Yeah, I've watched him obviously over the years, and he's got all the potential. He's got the size, the quickness. He's got everything. So. It's going to be tough for me, but I've done it in the past. But to be honest, my main focus is just whenever I get the call, is to play my game and try to win as many games as possible. So I'm not really going to focus too much on him, or I'm sure he's going to do the same. But it's really, we're going to try to push each other to make this team better and win hockey games.
Well, Jonathan, you know the importance of the guys in front of you, the defensemen, and you touched on it a little bit. The Devils had a couple of veteran guys in Ryan Graves from Colorado a few weeks ago, and now they signed the prize free agent on the back end, Dougie Hamilton. That has to excite you a little bit as far as coming into the Devils organization and this season, where you're insulated a little better now with two big guys, 6'5" and 6'6" on the back end.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're two different players, but obviously Dougie's very talented offensively, and Graves is more in a way that goalies, that the type of defenseman we like as goalies. But I think that was a great addition to this team. We're definitely, it's always rewarding when you see a GM or owners that are trying to make the right move and push to get better. And now you see that they're not at the phase where they're just trying to accumulate draft picks and trying to stay young. I think they're seeing the potential, and they're trying to just get a better team on the ice.